Jorge Gamebred Masvidal versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone is arguably the most exciting fight taking place this coming Saturday at UFC on Fox 23. I'm Flyin Brian J. This is MMAmania.com. Hashtag UFC Denver is obviously taking place at elevation. I don't think that will play a factor because both men have been preparing for this fight at elevation. Another thing that means nothing is that both of these guys are former lightweights. This is a welterweight fight and they have both done pretty damn well in the welterweight division. Now, I'm going to give you two picks straight off the bat. Number one is that this fight is going to be fight of the night. Number two is that I'm picking Donald Cerrone to get the victory via decision. One reason for that is that Masvidal has not been finished since 2009. He's only been finished with strikes one time in his lengthy mixed martial arts career, and that was in 2008. Now, I'm going to give you some framework or a path to victory that I see for Jorge Masvidal, and I will justify my pick for Cerrone a little later on. So Cerrone, he's not great at boxing defense. His head movement isn't that phenomenal, and his body is still susceptible to damage. Masvidal is really good with his boxing. He's better with his hands than Cerrone is. Cerrone's better with his legs than Masvidal is. So Masvidal is better with his hands, and he also attacks the body and all areas of his opponents really, really well. He'll throw jabs to the body, hooks to the body, and he also is pretty decent with kicks. He will throw a power kick that could be detrimental to Donald Cerrone's body. Also, Masvidal has a penchant for pressing the action when it behooves him to press the action. Cerrone does not do great when he is pressed. So I do think that Masvidal could get the victory here with his superior boxing and with his pressure style, as long as he doesn't do what he sometimes does and just give up on the fight and just coast a little bit, take his foot off the gas. If he doesn't do that, he could definitely get this victory. Now, I said I'm picking Donald Cerrone, and here's why. Masvidal is really heavy on his lead leg, and Donald throws a fantastic outside leg kick with his back leg that could really stymie the forward pressure of Masvidal, and also Cerrone's good at throwing a push kick once again to stymie his opponent's forward pressure. But the one weapon and the main reason I'm picking Cerrone is that lead leg of his. I mentioned that Cerrone holds his hands kind of low and Masvidal could get off on his strikes and test Cerrone's chin. Well, Masvidal holds his hands super high and he really exposes his body, and Cerrone's lead leg is so incredibly fast that he could get a shin on Masvidal's body before Masvidal even knows what is happening. Then I think that Cerrone's going to do that early and often, and then he will be able to get Masvidal to drop his hands a little bit, and then there comes a fiery shin right at Masvidal's dome piece. Once again, I don't think that Cerrone will get the finish because Masvidal is so damn durable. Sometimes when he takes damage to the head or body, he just smiles and laughs. It's crazy. The guy's almost impenetrable, unbeatable, unbreakable. But I do think that Cerrone will win a decision here with the diversity of his kicks, being able to keep the fight at range, and then utilizing that ultra diverse weapon of his, which is that lead leg. Along with that, allows him to throw out those majestic, beautiful, and flowy striking combinations that he has started to be known for. Now, I haven't mentioned the ground game at all. I really don't think this fight will take place there, but let's touch on it after I've already given you my pick. Masvidal has fantastic takedown defense, so I don't think that Cerrone would be able to get the fight there if he were to choose to. And I don't think that Masvidal is going to choose to take the fight to the ground, even though Masvidal does have some pretty decent takedowns, because Cerrone's jiu-jitsu is so high level. I don't think that Masvidal is going to want to mess with that area, and Masvidal has the clear path to victory with his hands. I don't see why he would risk going into Cerrone's guard with that magnificent jiu-jitsu game. Anyway, do you think that Masvidal gets it done with his boxing, or do you think that Cerrone gets it done with his kicking game? Once again, Cerrone via decision is my pick, but whatever you're picking, let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you on my next one. Namaste.